Hey guys, Bigfoot here, and I wanted to do a video that details the most common questions that I get about my upcoming through hike of the Appalachian Trail, and that's my gear. So right here is my lightweight gear setup. My base weight checks in at 12.9 pounds, and my overall weight, that includes about 3 days worth of food, a liter of water, and my fuel, comes in at 21 pounds and about 5 ounces. Now, I'm going to tackle this in a few different sections. So starting off, I will go through the gear that I'm actually going to be wearing that isn't a part of my pack weight, which is my footwear and my clothing with my trekking poles. And then I'm going to switch over to the clothing that I'm going to be wearing at camp and in town. And then the clothing that I'm going to wear when I am going into the elements of the weather. And then the next part, I will tackle the big three, which is my pack, my shelter, and then my sleeping bag and sleeping arrangements. Then I'll go over the toiletries that I'm bringing, my kitchen, my electronics, and lastly, my hydration system. All right, so that is all the gear that I'm going to be bringing. Let's go ahead and go right into the clothing. All right, guys, so this is my clothing setup that I'm going to be wearing on the Appalachian Trail. This is not included in my base weight or pack weight again because it's the clothes that I'm going to be wearing and probably won't wind up in my pack unless I'm in camp or town. So starting kind of from the left, I'll go right. This is just a typical Under Armour running cap. I like the fit of it, so I'm bringing this. This is your typical buff, but it's made from Patagonia. Actually, they call it a sun mask. I got this because it has a picture of Bigfoot on it, so I thought that was pretty cool. I actually prefer buff over a hat, just with the multi-function ability where you can wear it, and I like having a sweatband. Shirt is the Patagonia cap, lightweight shirt. Pretty standard here, really lightweight and comfortable. The boxer briefs that I'm going to be bringing are the Exofficio 9-inch give and go sports mesh boxer briefs, and I have to have the extra length on the end just because I have a lot of friction on my inner thighs and I really want to prevent injury down there. So went with these, super comfortable. If you don't own a pair, highly recommend it. The pants I'm going with are the Patagonia men's GI3 zip-off pants. What's different from these compared to a pair of Columbias that a lot of people have, and I actually had, was originally going to bring, was there's elastic on the waist, so they fit really better, a lot better actually. And if you're losing weight along the trail, they'll continue to fit you, and you won't have to really use the belt. I don't know if I'm going to bring the belt or not. I also like the ability with the pockets and where they're positioned. It just seems to work a little better for me. All right, footwear. So I'm bringing the New Balance Fresh Foam Hierros. The difference between these and a lot of trailing shoes is they actually make these in larger widths. So this is the 2E size. They make them up to 4E. It was very difficult for me to find a trail running shoe that had some great traction like this and was able to come with a wider foot length. My feet are pretty wide. I did hike the Grand Canyon last year. I did a rim to rim to rim in under 24 hours, so it was like 50 miles, and the Solomon pair that I wore at the time really beat up my feet. So these work out really well. I have 100 miles on them and hardly really any wear and tear, so I'm really happy how these are holding up so far. The socks I'm going to be wearing are Wright Socks. If you're not familiar with Wright Socks, they actually sew in a liner in the sock itself, so you don't have to bring sock liners too. So it saves a little bit of weight there. And I've never had a blister since I started wearing these about a year ago. Love them. And then going over here to my trekking poles. These are the REI Carbon Power Lock Compact trekking poles. Went with the women's version instead of the men's because the men's only difference is they're just a little bit longer, and I'm only 5'8", so didn't need the extra length in the ounces. And then lastly, these are just outdoor research trekking gloves. I'll be wearing these as well. And this really helps prevent blisters on the hands. And whenever I trek, I use my trekking poles. I get black hands if I don't wear gloves. All right, so that wraps up my clothing I'll be wearing on the trail. Let's go to the clothing that I'm going to be wearing in town and at camp. All right, so this is my clothing setup I'm going to be using for camp and for town. Starting over here with my footwear, these are the Vivobarefoot men's Ultra 2 shoes. I like these over Crocs because they're a little lighter and they form to your feet better. You can strap them down with these straps. I think I'm going to use these for obviously camp, showering in hostels and hotels, and then possibly even forging through rivers. They'll stay on your feet pretty well. I've used these before. Love them. A couple pairs of socks. Another pair of Exofficio boxer briefs. I'm bringing a pair of Hurley board shorts for my town, maybe camp too. And the reason why is, number one, they were just lying around my house, so I didn't have to spend any extra money on it. It's got a little pocket here to put my phone. It fits my phone and money. And then when the wind hits or the breeze actually hits these shorts, it just really cools you down, so I like that. Patagonia lightweight cap shirt, just like my other one. And then this is a dry sack, Cuban fiber from ZPacks. And they actually have Micro-Fleece sewn into the bag itself. It acts as a pillow, so this is really comfortable. Love this. And let's go through my outdoor element gear next. All right, so here's my weather clothing that I'm going to be bringing on the trail. First, I'll talk about is my Patagonia men's Capilene thermal weight quarter zip neck. Love this because it is extremely warm. I've worn it in temperatures in like 30 degrees by itself and had no issues staying warm. Now that was, of course, when I was hiking, and it's just really lightweight, so I couldn't pass down that. My jacket I'm going to be bringing is the Patagonia Ultralight jacket. This is probably my favorite jacket I've ever had. It is extremely lightweight. It's made of 800 fill goose down, premium down, and you actually can, just like the outdoor research rain jacket I'll talk about, compact the entire jacket in one of its pockets. So super compactable. Now this is down, it's not synthetic down, so if it does get wet, it's pretty much useless. But I'm not going to be wearing this when it's raining out. That's what I have my rain jacket for. But again, super lightweight, love it. Checks in at 9.9 ounces. For my rain jacket, this is the Outdoor Research Helium 2. You'll find that a lot of thru hikers actually wear this rain jacket, and comes in at 6.5 ounces. It compacts into one of its pockets, just like the down sweater or jacket there. And there's a brim that goes along the hoodie I really like and keeps the rain out of my face. I've worn this and don't have any issues. So that's my rain gear. Because I'm starting so late on the trail, I'm not bringing rain pants. A lot of folks send their rain pants back at the end of April, and that's when I'm starting. But I am bringing a rain kilt from ZPacks made of Cuban fiber. And if I don't use this the first 2 or 3 weeks, I'll probably send it home. But if anything, I can throw this down when the ground's really wet and have something dry to sit on. And then lastly, my beanie. This is just a ZPacks beanie, micro-fleece beanie, and weighs about an ounce. All right, so let's go through my big three. All right, so this is probably the most important pieces of any thru hiker's gear: their pack, their shelter, and their sleeping bag. So starting off with my pack, this pack is made of Cuban fiber. It's from ZPacks. It's their Arc Blast 52-liter pack. I love this pack because of a few different reasons. Number one, it's just super lightweight. It's probably the lightest pack you could find on the actual market. Number two, it's made of Cuban fiber. If you're familiar with the material, waterproof, really durable, and super lightweight. Because of its being so waterproof, I don't have to carry a pack liner or a pack cover, so it saves a little bit of weight as well. Although I don't have to carry those things, I am covering everything in my pack with Cuban fiber bags just to be safe. I did add a couple things on my pack that don't come on it. That's a couple of belt pouches here, and I do have a couple of areas that I can holster my trekking poles, and then I'm getting a shoulder pouch. The next piece is the ZPacks Duplex Tent. This is my favorite piece of gear that I have. The ZPacks Duplex Tent is made of Cuban fiber as well. Really lightweight, with the stakes included, checks in at 23.8 ounces. Now my duplex tent is a little bit heavier than the standard duplex because I went with the camo version. I thought it looked a little bit cooler. So really love my ZPacks tent. Some of the features that makes it just my favorite piece of gear is, number one, it is so lightweight and spacious. So I can fit 2 people in this tent, or myself and my gear, just super comfortably. And the other piece that I love about it is the bathtub floor. Bathtub floor, depending on where you set your trekking poles at, but it will go up, I don't know, 8 inches, 9 inches, and really do a great job with keeping the water and the elements out of your tent. You literally can have both doors open and not have any rain or weather get inside your tent, but be able to feel that cool breeze, which is really, really important. So love, 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 and strongly recommend ZPacks Duplex Tent. And then my sleeping bag is the ZPacks Solo Down sleeping bag. This is a 40-degree bag. I went with the 40-degree because I'm not hiking until the end of April. I don't need the extra warmth of a 20 or 30-degree. Most thru hikers that start between February 1st and April 15th do get a 20 or 30-degree bag, and I just don't think that was necessary. This is made of 900 premium fill goose down, so it's super warm, super lightweight at I think about 12 ounces. The pad I'm going to be sleeping on is the Therm-a-rest NeoAir XLite pad. This you will find in many lightweight and ultra lightweight thru hikers packs. It is the regular version, comes in at 12 ounces, lightweight, comfortable, and just, you know, the ratio for weight to comfortability. And there's actually some features in here that basically radiates your body heat off of the pad so that you can stay warmer. So really love this pad. And then this is a new addition to my gear. It is the Therm-a-rest Z-Seat, and this is just for some comfortability to sit down on the trail. I've talked to or seen a lot of post-gear reviews on thru hikers, and if they didn't start with this, they ended with this. Just something to be said that of having something comfortable to sit on other than a rock or the ground when you're hiking that 2,200 miles. All right, so that kind of covers my big 3. Next, let's go through my stove and kitchen. All right, so this is my kitchen setup. I'll kind of start over here from the left again. This is just a titanium spoon that I'm bringing. I went with a longer spoon just because I'm going to be eating freeze-dried food sometimes at dinner, and it's just really nice not to have to dig your hand in the actual freeze-dried bag and get your hand full of food. My pot I'm bringing is the Toaks 850 milliliter titanium pot. This is super lightweight, checks in at about 4.3 ounces including the cover, and the fuel can just slide right in there, which is great. My stove itself is the MSR Pocket Rocket. It's 3 ounces, super durable and reliable. Most thru hikers opt in for this version. Just my fuel. Bringing a Swiss Army knife, nothing special here, just has any of the functions I might need out in the trail. A couple lighters, have to bring my Bigfoot lighter. And this is the ZPacks Bear Bag Tent, or excuse me, ZPacks Bear Bag. I actually have a bunch of food in here just to show what it looks like when it is actually full. Comes with 50 foot of line. I actually cut it in half for 25 foot because I don't think I'm going to need 50 foot. And that will be just fine. So I think that comes out about 2.3 ounces now. All right, let's go through my toiletries. All right, so this is my toiletries. Nothing really special here. A couple things I will point out though. I am going with a regular size toothbrush. This is basically an extra half of an ounce, and I just love brushing with a regular toothbrush. The Ultralight ones don't have a lot of bristles and wear out really fast on me, so I am bringing that. And I definitely need to floss because I've been flossing my entire life, and I can't give it up. Toothpaste, I have a little sew kit here. This is just my little wallet that I'm bringing for credit cards, money, whatever. This is my first aid kit, pretty standard. And as for these few things, deodorant, this is Body Glide. I have to have Body Glide, probably my most important thing in all of this here, just with all the friction that I have in my inner thighs and some other areas. I have to wear this. And I have some duct tape on the outside in the event I need it. Sunscreen, I prefer mist over the lotion because I hate applying sunscreen. Ibuprofen, just some earplugs, nail clippers, soap, hand sanitizer, chapstick. And I am bringing a REI lightweight towel. If I don't use this in the first few weeks, I'll probably send it home, but I thought I'd at least start. And toilet paper. This is actually probably my most important piece here. Without this, I can't do anything. And then this is kind of interesting. I found this online. It is a cat hole trowel. Basically digs your holes when you go to the bathroom. And this is made by QiWiz. It's spelled QiWiz, found it on the web, and only comes in at like a ½ ounce, so I couldn't pass it up. All right, let's go over to electronics. My electronics. All right, so starting off, this is the satellite communicating device or GPS device I'm bringing. It's the DeLorme InReach Explorer. Lots of functionality here. I chose this over the Spot that a lot of thru hikers have. I can have two-way texting between family members or my girlfriend or whomever on the trail without having a cell phone signal. It's got elevation changes, digital compass, and this is the device that you'll be able to actually track me on Facebook, and pretty sweet. You know, it's a little heavy, 6.7 ounces, but all the functionality and the safety that's going to provide for me, and especially make my mom not worry so much at night, it's worth it. I'll be keeping my iPhone 6 in the NUUD Lifeproof case. This just fortifies it from all of the elements. This is the RAV Power 13,500 milliamp battery power pack. And what I love about this is it has probably the best power to weight ratio that I can find on the market. There are a couple of outputs here, one for 2.4 amp, the other 2.1 amp, so it actually charges anything you need charged really fast. The only downside is it takes about 15 hours for this to charge when it's completely dead. I think online it says like 7 or 8 hours, and that wasn't my case at least. I don't know how often I actually will use everything and have to charge it from when it's completely dead, but love this, probably more battery than I need. This is the Black Diamond Storm headlamp, and this is it has batteries, so it doesn't it doesn't have a battery built in to charge, but 160 lumens, probably way more light than I need, but for 40 bucks on Amazon, I think is what I paid for it. I just can't go wrong, and love how powerful it is. These are just all the cords I'm bringing. I did opt in to buy a wall charger that has 2 different ports, so if I'm in a hostel or hotel and I'm charging my battery pack, I have another option to be able to charge something in addition to that. I am bringing a GoPro, which is what I'm taping all my videos with, so I'll have an extra backup battery, headphones, and the last thing here is the stick pick. If you don't know what the stick pick is, it basically is a little device that transforms your trekking pole into a selfie stick. So I have it on here. It just attaches right at the base of your trekking pole, comes right off. I have the GoPro adapter piece on this right now. It does have a option for cell phone as well, and this is just if you want to take selfie pictures. I probably won't bring this, but definitely these two, and love the selfie stick. It really enables me to take some good videos and pictures on the trail. All right, let's go over to hydration. So this is my water filter system that I'm going to be bringing. It's the Sawyer filter. It is the regular size, not the mini. I just like this because the flow rate is so much better and I don't have to back flush it all the time. The cool thing about the Sawyer water filter and really how it works is you fill up your water in a bag like this, the 32-ounce Sawyer bag, and you screw the bag onto the bottom of the filter, and then you just squeeze the water and it comes right out. You pour it into your water bottles. In addition, it fits almost any water bottle. It has a kind of a universal mount on the bottom, so if you want, you can fill up your water in the stream in here and then just drink right from the filter. Now to plunge the water filter, you actually have to bring a water plunger. You just fill this up with water and you take off the top of your Sawyer here, and there's a little hole here that you throw your plunger in, and you just push the crud and the grime, whatever's in there, right on out. I did, however, hear that if you bring a smart water bottle, this smart water bottle top will actually fit that hole, and you can do the same thing. I haven't tried it yet. If it works, I'll probably bring this and then save an extra ounce and not bring the plunger. Now the only other thing that I do have here is the a little bottom half of a water bottle, and this is just for when there's some dry streams that I can't get any water in my actual bag itself, and I just have to scoop it and pour it in. All right, so that wraps up my water hydration system. Alright guys, so that wraps up my gear that I'm going to be bringing on my upcoming 2016 Appalachian Trail thru hike that I'll be starting at the end of April. Now I only have about 100 days off from work, unless if I can get a little bit more. So this is the real reason why I went with a lightweight setup and chose some of the gear that I chose here. Now if you want to join me on my journey and follow me, you have a few different ways to do that. First, you can go to my website, which is followbigfoot.com. There's everything on there from my gear list that I have right here that actually details every piece of equipment, how to get the equipment, which website, and the weight and all that kind of information. And in addition to that, I have a contact page. Check out the contact page. In the lower left hand corner, there are a couple icons on there. One is a Facebook icon. That will take you right to my Facebook blog that I'll be updating along my trail. It's called Follow Bigfoot. And then the other icon is the YouTube icon, and that will take you right to my channel that I'll be uploading all my videos. So if you want, you can subscribe to that too and follow me along my journey. I just wanted to thank everyone for taking a moment to watch my gear video. And if you're hiking the Appalachian Trail this year, maybe I'll see you on the trail. If you have any questions, go ahead and reply back and comment below. If not, I'll see you guys on the trail. Bigfoot out.